Okay, we have now another game of Parker Horton. There's a lot going on here. Wolfden, probably not super important. There's tournament, there's keep. There's actually tournament and keep are kind of interesting together. There's moneylender and there's swindler. There's lighthouse for defense. There's ghost town. Like all of these cards seem at least possibly relevant. City, I don't know what pile is running. Perhaps no piles will run. Moneylender, yeah, kind of works against the keep, but is probably still good enough. 2/5, yeah, you definitely get the lighthouse. What you get on your 4 or on your 5 is probably a 4 cost. I don't think opening Swashbuckler looks particularly good here, although I guess you could do that. And I definitely don't like opening City. Yeah, it just gets the moneylender and is a bit sad. Okay, so there's the Swashbuckler. And Swashbuckler is probably a good card here. I think you want to get a tournament. Swindler's kind of interesting with the Wolf Den. Yeah, I'm not sure. Parker getting a lot of tournaments here, I would expect. And should get another Lighthouse on this turn. Actually, this sets him up reasonably well. He might even be able to spike a province next turn. Is that totally crazy? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, he will be able to if he draws his moneylender, right? Yeah, this is province. And I think I would take the province because you want prizes. You expect your opponent to get tournaments and you would like to block them. Is actually probably a bigger deal than the prizes. He's going to have 5 here. I wouldn't really be super keen on getting more tournaments. In fact, he has 9 cards left in his deck. I might look at actually just buying a Ghost Town here for 5. Um, as you really want to. I think I would get a Ghost Town here for 5. Yeah, I like that play. Um, Now what you do on his next turn is interesting, which tries you take. Um, Not sure which prize to take. See, the prizes are a little bit worse given that they are minus points with the Wolf Den, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Uh, but Keep makes several of the prizes better, and I think Followers is good enough anyway that I might. Princess is interesting. So this could be like another ghost town, a couple more ghost towns. Could be a tournament. Could be. There's a lot of options. With all the ghost towns, I would want to start to get swashbucklers. Not super keen on getting even more tournaments, but it's probably fine. Yeah, this is probably a second province. Um, and actually, his province is the bottom card here, so yeah, the Swindler, the Lighthouse makes getting the Swindlers less appealing. Um, he has 2 money here. This could just be a bunch more ghost towns and go to town. But there's some other options, like getting silvers. You want to kind of fight for the keep points, I think. Maybe you just don't need to. I kind of like double ghost town as the quote unquote normal play here. We know that there is a province here. He could get Swindler, I suppose. It's not the worst idea ever. SAMP is not at all defended from Swindler. Yeah. And it's interesting to watch, to try to watch these keep points. So SAMP just lost keep points, which tells me either they've just moved into a tie or Parker is now all by his lonesome in the lead. You I don't think I would have played both those lighthouses, at least not right away. I would have figured out what I want first, um, what I'm doing this turn first. Here, I'd be tempted to take Steed, so I can take Steed for cards and silvers, which will score me a bunch of points, because I'll win the silver keep, and it's also a good card for me. It won't score me that many points, I guess, but it will flip the... I mean, Bag of Gold is vaguely similar, but yeah, giving Farmer's Market, that's pretty nice given the situation with given the situation with yeah, okay. So here again, you're gonna have a choice on prizes. I think you want Steed here. I'm not so sure about cards and actions. Play the tournament first. So Samp just gained points, but Parker didn't lose them. So they're tied on coppers right now. That's good to know. Boom, down goes the Bag of Gold. Yeah, that's kind of rough. Kind of rough. I would really think about playing this Steed for actions and silvers. I am maybe way too high on the silvers though. But I think the silvers are pretty good here. And better here than in normal. You play the princess before the swindler so that you can hit something into more things into curse. You hit a state into curse, say. This should probably be that and a ghost town. I think you want a ghost town. Another swindler is reasonable-ish because it does get the keep points. Parker just so far ahead on provinces here and prizes and like all of this stuff that it's very hard to see him losing, but so this is 5. Might be a bit late to start on the swashbucklers or the cities, given the keep situation. Could take a ghost town would be what I would be looking at. Moneylender also scores points, but it's such a bad card for the deck in general that I would not be super keen on it. Silver. Really want to be getting my silvers from my Steed, I think. I think I would have taken Ghost Town there, but anyway. So Samp now has a choice. I think he should get the gold because it scores a lot of points. It actually scores more points than the province. And despite the tournament situation, I think that's worth. Yeah, followers is pretty easy. I think I would have played the followers before the tournament, but maybe not such a huge deal. I would buy a gold here. It scores the most points. I mean, it scores 5 points effectively relationally to your opponent, which is the same as silver, but gold is obviously a better card than silver. And like you can do the Steed things here. This could be a number of different things from Samp here. I would expect him to take another silver. I don't like the island really at all. Yeah, so I would take silvers here as Parker. I'd probably take cards and silvers. Yeah. That silver goes into a sage probably. Just give him more different things. Again with 5, I'd buy a ghost town here again. So Parker has silvers pretty well in the bag. Golds are tied. Not sure where the coppers are. I don't really like getting all the extra tournaments, but okay, it's not going to be the worst thing. Sam gets the treasure chest here, which is a big deal. Means that SAMP is going to, here you probably give Farmer's Market. Okay, Sage. SAMP is going to win this gold split. He should get a province here now, I think. He's never going to win the silvers, and he has the the gold's more or less in the bag due to this, not the bag of gold, obviously, due to the Sage back into Sage, due to the, what is the word that I'm looking for? The chest? Yeah. Parker gets a swashbuckler. I'm really not a fan of that. He doesn't have that much in terms of villages. It's minus points for him. He's not going to get the. He's never going to get the chest, and it will be way too late anyway. It just seems like far too late to take such a thing. I would not take Diadem either. Oh, wait, Diadem is positive points because of Keep. I would take Diadem. I would take Diadem because it's positive points because of Keep. Keep is bigger than Wolfden, so yeah, I'd be doing that. Here, this should probably be another swashbuckler to negate those points. Somehow, I'm not convinced with how Parker's been playing the recent turns, but it is what it is. This is another silver down. This one goes into Farmer's Market. Yeah. Wow. This is a lot of silvers that have been taken out of Parker's stack. He still has the silver lead, but it's not by nearly as much now. SAMP should really start provincing, I think. Probably just province here. And he's very much in the game. In fact, he has the lead if he takes a province, right? Yeah, so tournament, you should win. I think you should take the diadem. It's worth the most points. And it's good. Yes, okay. Yep. And this is enough money. Oh, he can even play the princess here, so he should do that. I don't know that princess is great in the deck in general, but whatever. You take province and something to help your wolf den count. I'm not sure what that is. I think Sage does it. No, it doesn't. Maybe he has two sages. Farmer's Market, sure. Farmer's Market definitely does it. You're going to have an issue with, yeah. So SAMP wisely there just goes for it. Parker revealing here says, oh no, this makes sense because he gets to have two. So now SAMP needs more than just province. He needs to also do something bigger positively. Okay, that's a big deal. You start with Swashbuckler here, I think. If you start with followers, you will get a coffers off the Swashbuckler, so that is some consideration, but yeah. Now you buy a copper as Parker, I think. Yeah. And that actually scored him 3 points. I think he was down to 1 copper, maybe. That's 4 VP, 4 SAMP, but he doesn't have... I was thinking that it would do something more with the farmer's market stuff, but maybe that put him down to 1. I don't know. Well, this is game. Yeah, Parker got out to the good lead. I'm not so convinced with how it ended up, like towards the middle of the game. Not super thrilled with his play, but yeah, it was still enough anyway, obviously. Thanks for watching. Any comments, queries, etc., as always, would be appreciated. And we'll see you next time.